Freedom, freedom over fame. Freedom over cycle stays the same.
What's going up? How y'all doing tonight? I hope everybody's doing okay. I know it's a little bit of a tough time right now. People are feeling a little antsy right now because yesterday was a closeout game and the Knicks didn't get it done. So fans are feeling a little type of way right now. And I can't be mad at y'all. I get it. I feel the same. I'm looking at it too. Like what's going on? You know what I mean? So I get it. I definitely understand. It's not quite what we thought it was going to be. Like this series has turned out to be a lot more than we bargained for, which can mean a lot of things. Maybe our coach isn't as good as we think he is, or some people think he is, right? And maybe Detroit is a much better team than we're giving them credit for, right? Especially on the defensive side. Offensive side, they don't have as much firepower. They don't have as many weapons. So it is what it is. Like that's the eye test. You can tell when you got talented people on offense. They're okay, but they don't really have an abundance of talent. But defensively, maybe they're a lot more talented defensively than we give them credit for, right? The refs have a lot to do with this series. The refs have been an integral part in deciding what happens. And it hasn't always gone the Knicks' way. Of course, it did go the Knicks' way in Game 4, the controversial ending, but, sometimes things happen. And then you got the bench, the non-existent bench. Hasn't really turned out the way we would have hoped. I don't know. They just haven't really come to play. Don't really know what to say about that either. Like it's tough. It's really tough. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why some of these guys haven't stepped up. I don't know why Deuce is struggling so much with his outside shot. I don't know what's happening. It just, it doesn't make any sense. It's crazy. I don't know. And then you got the players that we don't see. Precious Achiuwa, Landry Shamet, DeLon Wright. And that's pretty much it. Everybody else on the bench, none of them warrant the opportunity to play in a playoff series with all this stuff on the line. You know what I mean? Like we might want to see a McCullough or a Kolick and Daddy A and those dudes, they haven't done enough to earn that right to be out there playing in these high-level playoff games. And I think the average fan realizes that now, because if you look around the league, you can see that a lot of teams have shortened their rotation and they're not playing their full roster. Even if they were playing more guys in the regular season, they've shortened it. So it's not just the Knicks. It's not benefiting the Knicks the way it may be benefiting other teams. Like they're getting something out of the guys that they're playing, and we're not. So that is an issue. That is an issue. I don't know. It's a lot. It's really frustrating. It's really frustrating. So let me start by doing this. I'm gonna share my screen in a second, and I'm gonna put up. Let me see if I can put up the Little Knick games here. Okay, there we go. All right, but first, let me say what's up to everybody who's in the chat who has popped on and showing some love. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here. And I normally don't come on Wednesdays, too often, or even during the week. I know there's a lot of other shows that have their certain time slots that they come on, so I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I'm just here because I feel like I need to have another show in this week, especially after what just happened yesterday. I need to jump on and talk for a little bit. I won't be long. I think Dope Soul Sports Talk has a show on right now. Shout out to the Queen Steph. If you haven't checked it out, please go over there and check it out. After you're done over here, I won't be long. Like I said, catch the replay gang over there, whatever you missed. If you was over there and came over here, either way, man, we show love to our family. Shout out to Joey, Rip 'em Up Sports in the building. What up, Joey? He says, I don't think they will lose tomorrow. They just like making us Knicks fans sweat. Yeah, maybe. I hear you. Old Soul Chief in the building. Salute, salute. So frustrating. No, I hear you. Wonder Woman is in the building. Let's go, Wonder Woman. Hope you're doing all right. Said hi, Ron, in the chat. Nostalgic Nick is in the building. What up, SKF? He says. E. Gibson is here. Salute to Ron and everyone in the chat. Appreciate you. Right, in my opinion, deserve time based on our shortcomings off the bench and Deuce's play. I agree with you. I don't know what Tom Thibodeau sees, but like I said before, I think Deuce McBride is a strong-minded individual, and I think if Tom Thibodeau decided to sit him for a little bit and play DeLon right, I think Deuce will take it in stride. He knows he's not been playing that great, and he's been with this team long enough. He's not a weak-minded person. He's not going to fall apart if he gets benched. Like, he's been here for like 4 years now, so this is the 4th year. I think he'll be okay. And it's just a moment, maybe going into next year, maybe Deuce has an incredible year next year. Maybe this is just a hiccup, but whatever. The point is he's not playing up to par the way we need him to play in order for us to have success in these playoffs. We need more. So shout out to D-Block in the building. What's going on, D-Block? Hope you're doing well, my brother. Salute to you and your family, my guy. He says, salute to my brother Ron and the Knicks community. Appreciate you. Wiz BKLA in the building said, facts, D Wright and Precious deserve to get a few minutes. I agree. Shout out to Glamour Knicks in the building. What up, Glamour? Hope you're doing all right. Said, hey, Ron, tough one last night, but the mission ain't changed. Close it out tomorrow. I'm with you. I agree. Double D's in the building. What's up, everyone? Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Smash that like button on your way in, or smash it now if you haven't done it yet. So first off, let me share my screen. I want this one. There we go. All right. So let's see. Let's start clicking on some of these. So this is the current situation right here. You can see obviously the Knicks lead the series 3-2. The first game we won 123-112. That's the best we've probably looked offensively. We won the second game. I'm sorry, we lost the second game 100-94. All right, and then we won the third game 118-116. In my opinion, that was I believe the best we've looked overall, like offense and defense. Am I correct in that? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because I think so, but I could be wrong. I gotta. We're gonna check these numbers so I can be. It feels like time flies. Game 4 was the controversial game. We know how we won that one. We know the call that didn't happen. Okay, whatever. And then yesterday's game, where we lost 106-103. A whole bunch of things took place in yesterday's game. Whole bunch of things. So let's do this. Let's start with this one real quick. I'm just checking just to see what the numbers look like. That's all I care about. We all saw the games. We saw what we saw, but let's just look at the numbers real quick. So, all right. Knicks won 123-112. They out-rebounded us 37-36. I mean, first off, this rebounding total for both teams is pretty bad. It's not great. And so that's one. Then the assist was actually not too bad for the Knicks, 26-23. That's pretty. That might be one of the best assist totals they've had this whole series. We're going to find out, but I think that might be tops. We'll see. 12 steals to their 6, 9 to 9 blocks. We only had 9 turnovers to their 19. We shot 52% from the field. They shot 47, which is not bad. They shot 46% from 3, 47 pretty much. And we shot 38. And 38's not bad, but they shot damn near 47%. That's crazy. We shot 88% from the free throw line. That might be the best in this playoffs for us. They shot 75% from the free throw line. So, I might stand corrected, guys. Game 1 might be the best overall game the Knicks played because let's not forget, this is the Cat game, right? The Cat was a demon on defense, especially in that fourth quarter. So got to give him a lot of credit for that. Points in the paint, 62-46. Knicks had 62 points in the paint, guys. That is what's been missing in this series. That is Knick basketball. That's us taking advantage of what they got going on. They're a small team. They don't have a lot of height. They're physical, yes, but that not having a lot of height is important. They're not the greatest outside shooting team. They're more of an inside team anyway. But we know that, and we have height. We do actually have an advantage against a team like Detroit. We should be penalizing them for that and punishing them in the paint. And we haven't been able to do that in this series outside of game 1. This is like, it's so much has gone on that I forgot how good we were in game 1. I mean, this is incredible when I'm looking at it now. 62 points in the paint. We were calling for the Knicks to do this as soon as we found out that Isaiah Stewart got hurt. He was there for this game. But when we found out that he was out, we were like, okay, the Knicks game plan is to punish them in the paint. And they haven't been able to punish them in the paint since, at least to the eye test. I don't know. Like I said, that's why I want to look at these numbers. Real quick, just take a quick little glance at these numbers, see how we did. Second chance points, 22-20. They had the lead there. Fast break points, 22-19. We don't need to see anything else. This is all we want to look at, guys. We already know what players went off and had their moments. That's all we care about right now for these purposes, right? So let's take a look at the next game. And let me just see. Shout out to JJ in the building. Salute, JJ. Anna Grill is here. Salute. Craig is in the building. What up, Craig? Appreciate y'all. All right, let me go back into this. Give me a minute. I apologize. All right, now let's look here. Make sure this is the right one. Okay, it is. Game charts. Let's see. All right, so this game we lost 100-94. They out-rebounded us 48-34. We only had 15 assists. Terrible. They had 11, which is horrific. And they won, but whatever. 15 assists, guys. We talk about the whole thing about the Knicks getting 30 assists or more and how often we win when we do that. Imagine, not even 30, not even 20, like 15, half of the number we want to use as a metric for our success. All right, then 7 steals to their they had 7, we had 8 steals. 4 blocks we had 1. That's special. We turned the ball over a little bit more in this one, 14 and they had 15. We shot 42% from the field, which is below league average, league average is around 44, so that's bad. They shot right at league average. So then look at the 3-point shooting. They shot 22%, which is terrible. We shot 28%, which is not that much better, and that's terrible. But look at the free throw shooting, 82, 84 on our end. Points in the paint, 46 to 40. Now, I don't know if I'm right or not, but I believe I'm going to have to cheat and check, guys. Sorry. Let me see. Yep. This was the first game we thought we were going to take advantage. Isaiah Stewart was out. Right? So there you go with that. Yeah. I mean, so yeah, I mean, not quite great. Let's look at the third game. Isaiah Stewart is still out. All right. We won this game 118 to 116. We had 40 rebounds to their 43. They still out rebounding us. And we have on paper more height than them. Whatever. We had 22 assists, which is better than 15. They had 22, better than 11. We had 11 steals to their 6. 7 blocks now compared to 1 we had last game. The previous game, should I say. They had 4. 9 turnovers, which is a great number. They had 14. We shot 46.5 from the field. Okay. They shot 45.3. All right. We shot 37.5 from 3-point percentage, which is good. They shot 43%, which is great. We shot 89% from the free throw line, though, guys. Almost 90%. Fantastic. That's the best number. I thought 88 was nice. 89.7 is even better. And they shot 81. Points in the paint. Once again, we think we should be dominating them because they lost Isaiah Stewart. 46 points in the paint. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's not dominating. Like they had 36 themselves. 10-point difference. Second chance points, 16 to 12. We had the lead in our favor there. Fast break points, 14 to 13. Okay. All right, we're breezing through this. That was game 3. This is game 4, the controversial game. Controversial ending, should I say. 38 rebounds for the Knicks to 54 for Detroit. I mean, we're supposed to have an advantage and taking advantage of them without having Isaiah Stewart. And all they did was get better and out-rebound us even more. Like, what the hell's going on? Don't understand it. 19 assists. We went back down. We had 22 in the last game. Now we're back to 19 assists. They had 18. They went down too. They had 22 last time. 11 steals to 6. We've been klepto. We've been getting at them with the hands, right? 3 blocks to their 9. Now they're the ones blocking the shots. We had 10 turnovers, still a nice number, not bad. They had 17. We shot 37% from the field. League average is 44. We shot 37. They shot 42.9, almost 43%, at least a little better. I mean, a lot better compared to us. But we shot 45% from 3, which is our saving grace that helped us. They shot 24%, which is terrible from 3. Look, we shot 61% from the free throw line. Terrible. They shot 82%, which helped them stay in the game. The free throw shooting, that's a horrible number, man. That's not good. Points in the paint, guys. Once again, no Isaiah Stewart. We should be commanding the presence. We got OG Anunoby, who's a slasher, Mikal Bridges, who's a mid-range assassin, Karl Anthony Towns, who's a beast, Jalen Brunson, who's fantastic in the paint. We scored 32 points in the paint. So they're 48. What's happening here? The reversal. It doesn't make any sense. Second chance points, 17 to 18 in their favor. Fast break points, 12 to 15 in their favor. Okay, so that's that. That's that game. And then finally we have yesterday's game. Now, this one, we actually, on the boards, we came to play. Mitchell Robinson got busy, which was a big reason why we came to play, but we had 49 rebounds to their 45. But look at the assist again, guys. 19 to 21. They had 21, which is not a great number either. We had 19, guys. Look at how many poorly assist totals that we've had in this series. 9 steals they had to our 5. They had 9 blocks. We had 10, which is nice. 13 turnovers to their 13 turnovers. You know, that's not great, but it's not horrible. It's not great. Then shooting from the field, they shot 42% from the field. We shot 43. It's both under league average. They shot 27% from three. We shot 36, which is okay. It's passable. They shot 72% from the free throw line. We shot 59% from the free throw line. And this is my first time seeing these numbers, guys. I didn't even know it was that bad. I knew we were missing free throws. We shot 59%. Now, look at the flip side here, though. We shoot 52 points in the paint. That's okay. That's a nice number. I mean, we allowed them to shoot 48 points in the paint, which is not great, but it is what it is. I don't know what to say. Then second chance points, 19-18 in our favor, and then fast break points, 14-13 in their favor. Okay. So I just wanted to put that out there so we could kind of see what's been going on. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. And so I don't know what jumps out to you guys, but for me, like I'm shocked at the fact that our free throw shooting has been so terrible. In 3 games in this series, our free throw shooting, well, one game it was passable. 2 games it was phenomenal, but the other 2 games was atrocious. Like in the 60s, and then 59% is terrible. How can one team shoot almost 90% from the free throw line in one game and then 59% in another game? Doesn't even make sense. It's like a lack of focus. It's a lack of, because everybody knows when it comes to free throw shooting, it's all about focus. That's a lack of focus. I don't know what these Knicks players have on their mind. I don't know what they're thinking, but it's a free throw. It's free. You're right there on the line by yourself. Yeah, you got the fans, going crazy, but who cares? And they shot 59% from the free throw line at home. Wow. That's terrible. That is terrible. So that sticks out to me, the free throw shooting, obviously, and then the assist totals. The assist totals really stick out. Now, I know a lot of people want to blame Jalen Brunson for this because he's the point guard. But look at these terrible assist numbers that I've read to you. 4 of the 5 games that we have played in this postseason have been terrible assist numbers. The first game was 26 assists? That was the best number they got to. Jalen Brunson is averaging 7 assists in every game. He hasn't had less than 7 assists in any game. In some games, he's had 11. He's had 8. I think he had 9 in one. And I think he had 7 in 2 of them, right? Something like that. I think that's what it was. How is Jalen Brunson the problem? You want to say, okay, well, it's Jalen Brunson who has the ball in his hands a lot of the time, and he is the orchestrator of the offense, so it's got to be him, right? And okay, that's fair to say that. I'm going to tell you right now, this is Tom Thibodeau's team. He is the coach. He's running the plays. He's running the sets. Nothing is happening that Tom Thibodeau doesn't want to happen. The problem here with the way the offense is moving and the way it's being orchestrated is because of Tom Thibodeau. Jalen Brunson is only going to do what Tom Thibodeau tells him to do or what he likes him doing. It's not his fault if Tom Thibodeau says, listen, I want you to run the ball up the court. I want you to take this time. I want you to dribble a little bit, find your spot. You got somebody to pass it to him or call your own number. He's getting that from Tibbs. So if we have a problem with the way the offense is being run, it's Tibbs. There's no way in hell that you can put that on Jalen Brunson and say he's the main cause of that. Maybe he can do certain things to change it, like, I don't know, assist on his own, get 7, 8, 9, 11 assists in a game, like to try to help, force the issue to Mitchell Robinson. Let me tell you something. That's another thing. We forced the issue to Mitchell Robinson in the last game. You see Jalen Brunson doing it, but Jalen Brunson, if Tom Thibodeau didn't want Jalen Brunson to continue to pass the ball to Mitchell Robinson, who he knows is a poor free throw shooter, is going to go to the line, then he would not be allowing him to do it. I believe that's orchestrated. I believe they said, let's try to use his height, get some guys in foul trouble. Yes, he misses free throws, but that'll weaken them in the long run. In the fourth quarter, they won't be as aggressive as they've been before because they're in foul trouble. I believe that was calculated. I believe that's something they noticed. They can't do it the same way because he doesn't have the same level of talent. But I believe what they were trying to do with Mitchell Robinson was the same thing you've seen the Knicks do last year's playoffs with Isaiah Hartenstein. When they gave him the ball in the paint, when he would do his little floater thing, Mitch just don't have that floater game. And he's a worse free throw shooter. But that's what I believe the Knicks were trying to do. That was their version of that with Mitchell Robinson. One, to get him, it'll give him a little love. He'll get happy. And you reward him for his effort. And you see how, much effort he gave in the game. Plus, you have a chance of, getting them in foul trouble. And like I said, the other stuff that could happen. It just didn't work out that way because it's clunky. It's a clunky fit, right? And the offense has been terrible every game except for game one. So it doesn't look good. If the offense was moving right, if we were orchestrating pick and rolls, doing back cuts, screens, dribble handoffs, whatever, anything to get guys going and move the ball around, maybe it would have looked a lot better. Maybe we could say, man, the Knicks got something going. They're capitalizing on it. But it just looks terrible. And that's the bottom line. Like, I don't know if anybody else has said this. I'm just telling you, the Knicks offense has looked terrible in every game except game one. Terrible. 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 So I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. And believe me, when I'm saying all this, I'm not giving up on the Knicks. Do I still think the Knicks are going to win this series? Yeah, I think they'll clean it up tomorrow. I think they'll get up out of there. But should it have gotten to this point? No. And do I feel confident in the way they're playing against Detroit that that's going to matter when they play Boston? I don't feel confident at all. I feel worse. After what I saw in the last games, I really feel worse because I expected the Knicks to come out the gate hot at home, fans going crazy. I expected them to have energy. I expected them to be knocking down jump shots and hitting threes. None of that happened. In fact, the reverse happened. They looked terrible. They played probably their worst offensive game the way they shot. And terrible focus from the free throw line. 59% at home with no fans booing you? Wow. I don't even know what to say about that. I'm still shocked that I saw that number. I knew it was bad. I didn't think it was that bad. Like, there's nothing. I don't even know what you can say about this. What's the explanation for this? The lack of intensity, the lack of killer instinct in that game. It's a closeout game, and you look terrible. You don't even look like you. Craig, I think, was it Craig who said it? I think Craig said it on one of the comments. He was like, it looks like the Knicks are trying to extend this playoffs. I'm like, yo, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. It's crazy. This is wild. Wild. I don't even understand how a team that has so much offensive talent on it in their starting lineup could look so bad. Right? Because you could say the benches look giving us nothing, and it's been, pretty bad most of the year. That don't mean nothing about the starters. The starters, at one point, is this the same club that put up 140 points in multiple games? Is this the same club that was number one in offense at one point in the NBA and then like number 2 or 3 for like a good month or so? Is this the same team? I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm shocked. Like I said, do I believe in this Knicks team? Yes. Do I know that they have the ability to do certain things? Yes. But are they doing it? No. So I'm not happy. I'm not going to be one of those people I'm going to blame the coach But I'm also blaming the players. This is bigger than just Tom Thibodeau. I'm gonna tell you something right now. This is bigger than Nino Brown. You know what I mean? Miss Hawkins. I mean, I hope you all see New Jack City. Just saying. It's not just the coach. And the reason why I say that is because of what the numbers I just read to you. Like, if things were a little different, I could say it's the coach he's the big reason for this. But it's not just the coach. The coach ain't at the line missing free throws. 59% from the free throw line, 60-something% in another game, 70-something% in another game. What are we doing here? This is the Knicks. They averaged around 79 to 80% from the free throw line almost the whole year. At one point, the Knicks were shooting around 84% for about a month and a half. Okay, that was fleeting. It didn't last too long. But I say they leveled off around 80% for the year. And you mean to tell me you shooting 60-something% in the playoff game and 59% in another playoff game? Like, what the hell is going on? These shots matter. They mean something. Every point matters in the playoffs. What are we doing? Where's the focus? These are NBA players. They're not little kids. Is it Tom Thibodeau's fault for not having the proper preparation for them to be able to focus at the free throw line? These are professionals. They're not going to get off the hook on that one. That's on them. The ball movement or the lack thereof has a lot to do with Tibbs. But it's also like, you guys are the team. Y'all playing together. You don't think that, hey, yo, let's get it together, man. This ain't how we move the ball. Look, a good team is going to do what a good team does, in spite of the coach, right? They're going to listen to their coach. But if their coach is saying something and they're not executing properly, you're just going to let yourself lose the game. You ain't going to have like a little huddle on the court and say, yo, guys, let's get it together. Let's move the ball. I don't care. Let's move the ball. Let's believe in each other. Let's get 3 or 4 passes going before we take a shot. Whatever it takes to open you up. Whatever it is. You ain't going to do that? I don't know. I'm just saying, like, a lot of us are blaming the coach. And believe me, he's not off the hook. He's got a lot to do with this. There's a lot of stuff that I'm not happy about that Tom Thibodeau has done. There's some stuff that he's done well, but it's the bad outweighs the good, in my opinion. And then the players have a lot to do with this too. What am I not happy about? When it comes to Cat, all I can say that I'm not happy about is just when he puts his head down like a bull in a china shop and runs straight into the defense in the paint and then tries to complain that he's getting fouled. And sometimes he's not getting fouled. Sometimes he's initiating the contact. So I don't love that. And he does that a lot. Like, even to the point where sometimes he be moving around like he's traveling. And they don't always call it, but they do call it too. So, like, I need him to slow down. I need him to be a little smarter with his moves when he's getting to the paint and doing things like that. Jalen Brunson, sometimes, let's be honest, Jalen Brunson takes wild shots sometimes. Sometimes he puts he puts the emphasis on himself, and some shots he shouldn't take. You know what I mean? He just shouldn't. Some passes he shouldn't make. Everybody's talking about he needs to pass the ball and believe. He's been passing the ball. And some passes he shouldn't be making. He's been making some bad passes trying to get guys open, leading guys or whatever, throwing to spots. It hasn't worked out. Mikal, I'm not going to go into a whole thing about Mikal. You know what it is. He's inconsistent. He just don't show up the way he needs to. And then he can't make a regular shot. And then you give him a falling off balance shot. He knocks it down from 3 at that. Like, what are we talking about here? What's going on? These players, it's not just the coach. The players got a lot to do with it. OG, I'll be honest with you. OG is probably the only guy on the team that I don't want to say anything negative about. I just want to give him a pass because he's been playing incredible defense all series. And then some games he hasn't had it offensively. But then other games he's had offensively. And when he has it, he's doing things that I don't even expect OG to be able to do. I can't be mad at OG. I'm gonna give OG a pass. He's the one guy I'm gonna say you cool, OG. I don't really got nothing to say about you. Josh Hart, the same thing. Take the good and take the bad with Josh. He's erratic. He's nuts out there sometimes. Like some of the passes he makes is ridiculous. Some of the passes, the jump passes, the trying to throw the pass cross court, trying to throw the pass full court. Like sometimes just put the ball in your pocket and dribble it up the floor and get a good look. Like stop trying to make and the thing that Josh was doing a lot in this series is trying to get a steal, which is good, right? And he was getting steals. Josh has been great on that side, but then he's reacting too quick. Just get the steal, hold the ball, and either dribble it up the court or give it to somebody else so we can make a smart decision. No, he wants to grab the steal and then do something, flip it in the air and throw it backwards or something. Let's just, and then two occasions he gave the ball right back to Detroit. You know what I mean? You steal it from them and then give it right back to them because you gotta slow yourself down. You just moving a mile a minute. It's like I said, you got to take the good and bad with Josh. That's his energy, but sometimes it's a detriment too. He got to slow down. Them passes is crazy. Him jump passes is nuts. I don't know. And I can't talk about I can talk about Mitch. Mitch hasn't been playing either. Like yesterday was Mitch, right? The guy we saw yesterday, that's Mitchell Robinson, y'all. I don't know who the dude was in the other 4 games in this series, but the dude I saw yesterday, that was Mitchell Robinson. That might have been his cousin, Cletus Robinson. I don't know who that was the other 4 games. Last night, I saw Mitchell Robinson. And that's a problem too, because we need Mitchell Robinson. That helps us with our advantage over Detroit. They don't have an answer for those 6 guys right there. When they all intertwine and interchange and they move them in and out, those 6 dudes, Detroit got nothing for those 6 dudes. If they're playing right, if the Knicks are playing right. When's the last time we said the Knicks are playing right though? Game 1. I don't know what I'm witnessing. And then, forget it. I can't say nothing negative about Landry Shamet because he don't play. And then when he is playing, he don't take a shot. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the hell happened with Landry. I don't know how he fell into Tibbs's doghouse. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did we not see in the regular season, like the last 2 games or so, didn't Landry Shamet put up like 30-something points, have like 8 threes? And I think, wasn't that against Detroit or was it against another team? I don't know. And hasn't he been playing like solid defense? They said he's been playing solid defense all year. His shot just wasn't coming along. Wasn't he shooting the last week and a half of the season? Wasn't his shot going again? Then we get into the playoffs and all of a sudden he's non-existent. He doesn't play enough. He don't even take a shot. You don't even run a screen, a pick, nothing for him to even get him a look at the basket. What the hell? You telling me that's not coaching? What are we talking about here? What is that? And then Precious Achua gets Jetson to he's out there with George Jetson and Elroy and them. He just they sent them away. I don't know what happened to Precious. I don't know what's going on, guys. I don't know what's happening here. All I know is it all makes for some really bad basketball. It's bad to watch. It's you look at these games and you say, oh, that was the other thing I was going to say. Some people might say you look at these games, you're complaining about how they play when they lose, yet you're happy when they win. No, I'm not happy either way. I'm telling you, that's why I wanted to look at all of these stats, these charts from all these games. And the only game I can tell you I'm happy with is game 1. Every other game is terrible in my eyes. Every other game, the Knicks didn't play up to par. And so I don't think that's what this is supposed to be. Playoff basketball. You step up in the playoffs. Yes, it gets harder. The defense is tougher. The rotations are shorter. You step up in the playoffs. Where is the step up? I don't see it. I don't know what's going on. Let me see what you guys are talking about real quick in the chat. And yeah, let me how much time I got? Yeah. I'll open the phone lines up. Give me a second, y'all. It's crazy. This is freaking nuts. I'm looking at them numbers made me even more mad, man. I was mad, but I wasn't as mad. When I seen them numbers, it got me upset. I was like, oh, what is this? Oh, man. Shout out to Anna Grill. I think I already said what's up, but my bad if I did already. Appreciate you. Yeah, Joey Ripamo Sports says 60% from the free throw line. No. 59%. Don't give them no credit. 59% is what they shot. That's how terrible they were. Horrible. VX Shade in the building said Cat only has to deal with Tobias and Paul Reed, and y'all still can't count on him every night. Hey, man, listen. It is what it is. I don't know. Excuse me. Although last night, first off, what's the chances that both Cat and Jalen Brunson are going to be cold in the same game? Don't happen too often. And it's terrible that it happened in the playoffs, but that was what it was yesterday. And let me tell you something. Tomorrow, if I was a betting man, I will put my money on it's not going to happen again. One of them is going to be good. I'm not going to say hot. I'm just saying one of them is going to be good. Like they're going to have a much better shooting game. I can't say both of them will because I don't know that, but I can almost guarantee that one of them is going to shoot better than what happened yesterday. So don't know which one, but let me see here. E. Gibson said better execution. I think we win every game. We win game 6, but that's winning every game on the road. Yeah. Mm-hmm. VX Shade said, do you think the team is just getting too tired? I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they are tired. Like maybe it's taken its toll. Like the everything they've had to do in the games in the playoffs has taken its toll. The longer the games. Now that we're in game 5, game 6, it's taken its toll. Maybe. I don't know. I still don't think that's an excuse. I do understand. Like I would have to even go there. I would have to go back to look at the free throws last night to see where they're hitting. Because when you hit the front of the rim, that's tired legs and all that stuff. I'd have to look at that to even tell you that. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate it. Craig said, if we lose this series, Tom should get fired for not calling the timeout to bring in Brunson and Hart, who was waiting on the sideline for at least 2 minutes or more. Look, I know most people feel a certain way about it. I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to make a big deal about that timeout. Should it have been called? Yeah. I can't fault him either way because this is not the reason why we lost this game, guys. You know what I mean? Like, I know that's the way it looks because that's what it came down to. But no, the Knicks played poor basketball throughout this whole entire game. They shot 59% from the free throw line. This should have never came to that point. We should have never had to worry about if Brunson and Hart were out the game and had to get back in the game. Matter of fact, they should have been out the game, and we could have had somebody else in there because we already should have been leading had we been taking care of business and knocking down our free throws and playing sound basketball. But we didn't do that, and we put ourselves in this position. Sloppy basketball is what we've been doing. But if you guys want to say that he should have called the timeout, like I said, I can't argue with you. I understand where he's coming from, and I do know how important it is to hold on to your final timeout because anything could happen, right? But some people might say, listen, you can't play in a meaningful playoff game with that amount of time left without guys like Josh Hart out there, but more importantly, without Jalen Brunson out there. And I can understand that. Some might say you just got to take your chances, right? You got no timeouts. You got no timeouts. It is what it is. I hear you. I just understand that Tibbs just felt like this is how I've been doing it. I can't go against this. I need to have one timeout. So I'm not going to fault him for that. And the only reason why I don't fault him is because I don't think that's the reason why the Knicks lost the game. The Knicks lost the game because they played like trash. They shot like trash, and they were horrible from the free throw line. That's why they lost the game. It should have never even came down to the last minutes of a fourth quarter. So that's the only reason I'm looking at it like I'm not as upset as more people might be. So I hear you though. Jay Deals Direct said, went through the same thing last year versus Sixers, same negativity, same 3-2 playoff. Knicks won 4-2. Yeah, but the Knicks played better basketball against the 76ers. Those were good games. You know what I mean? It was different. You can't compare the output of what the Knicks did in that series in comparison to what they're doing in this Detroit series. This is terrible basketball, guys. Terrible free throw shooting, not moving the ball, terrible assist, turnovers a little higher elevated in this game, terrible shooting from the field, terrible shooting from three in two of the games. Like this has been bad. This has been bad. I'm just saying. This has not been good basketball. Joey rip him up, the Dunham man. Yeah, that's right. And who knows? Craig brought up the third quarter. Why every game in the third quarter, every team comes out prepared, full of energy, but we come out as if Tom was running them on a treadmill at halftime when they should be resting and getting prepared. I don't know what's going on in third quarters of games. That's definitely an Achilles heel for this Knicks team. Shout out to Animal Lex. What's good, Animal? Good to see you. Jay Chosen is in the building. Salute to you, member of the SKF Army. Salute. He says, I love that you're on. It's new. Is this the Matrix now? Yeah. Just some stuff we got in the cut. Knicks will be 2025 26 champs. I still think New York will eventually win this series. New York won't play a game as bad as they did yesterday. I would hope not. You can only go up from there, right? When you're so bad that you can only get better from here. That's what yesterday's game was. You can't get much worse than that. Yeah, the pocket passes was a little too much. Yeah. Anna Grills, I hear you, brother. Nick Yak is in the building. What's up, Nick? He says, Ron, what's our chances down 2 with over 4 minutes if Brunson and Hart played the whole time? Look, like I said, I can't argue with it. I understand what Tibbs was thinking. I don't know if I would have done it. I would have probably had to have Brunson in there, but I understand what he might have been thinking. And really, the Knicks, it points to the issues that this Knicks team has, right? And it points to his offense that he's running. Because if the Knicks were running even the same offense they were running when Jalen Brunson was out, moving the ball, believing in each other, all that stuff, they would have been a little bit more confident in the last 2-3 minutes of the game, not having Brunson and Hart out there. And they would have looked a lot better. They looked stagnant. They looked lost. They didn't know what to do with the ball. Like, that wouldn't have been the same case had they been running the offense the way they were running it to end the regular season, or not to end before the regular season ended when Brunson was out. But I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what Tibbs has got going on over there. I really don't. Shout out to Long Island Sound in the building. Said Cam trash, douche trash. Yes, E. Gibson says, so we are relying on a lot of inefficiency. Yes. Honestly, these games, if we had played any other team, okay, I shouldn't say that because it's not fair, right? Because not that any other team is going to play the same defense that Detroit's playing. But if we had played another team that had a better offense that was playing the defense Detroit was playing, we would have got blown out. We would have got smoked. We would have lost the series by now already. Because it's not good basketball that they've played. They've only played one game good, guys. I just showed you all the numbers. That first game was the best game the Knicks have played and the best they've looked. They haven't looked as good since. And the other thing, too, is I said this earlier when I was walking and talking in the street. The Knicks were playing their style of basketball in game one. It's been 4 more games since then, and Detroit has forced the Knicks to play their style of basketball for those 4 games. Explain that. How does that happen? Is that the players? Is that coaching? No. When a team is dictating the pace and how they want you to play, and you just fall right into that, that's going to happen, right? But every game since the first game, we've been playing at Detroit's pace. And that makes for terrible basketball. That's why the game looks so nasty and sloppy, because they slowed it down, they're physical, grind it out, and games look horrible. We don't really have a sophisticated offensive set going out there that we can change it up to make them, force some different action, I guess. So I don't know. Maybe that's why. Maybe our offense isn't sophisticated enough to make the changes, to change the pace, to change the style of game. I don't know. Jay Chosen said, super inconsistent, OG, super inconsistent. Mitch had the best game he had in years. McBride's stock has gone so down, he will be hard to trade. Why don't we have Dante? Damn it. I know, bro. It's going to be okay. All right. So let me do this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the phones on if anybody wants to call in. Dude, I know I'm going on a tangent because it's warranted. It's needed. I never usually do this, right? You hear me. I'm positive. I'm not making a big deal about what I'm seeing, but I seen so much already. And now I got a chance to put it all together. I looked at a couple games again, right? And then I said, you know what? Let me look at the numbers right now. And that's just more fuel for the way I feel. A tangent needs to happen. As a matter of fact, more people in the community need to be going on tangents, and more news media needs to be going on tangents talking about the Knicks and why they're playing so poorly and why they're not closing this team out, why they're so inefficient from the free throw line. Where's the killer instinct? Where's the focus? Is it a lack of preparation? Like, what is it? More people should be talking about that. Something should light a fire in these dudes' heads, because this is not how you win basketball games consistently in the playoffs. It's definitely not how you win a championship. So, and yeah, they got me here, bro. This is where I'm at. This is where they put me. I was good. It was all good just a week ago. Oh man. All right. So let me do this. Let me open up these lines. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna hit y'all with something y'all don't want to see, but you know what? It's par for course, man. We got to see it. We got to see it. It's time. Y'all don't want to see it, but I'm sorry. I got to do it. Let me put this thing. Let me get it going. All right. And while that's happening, I'll do this. Where's my little? I don't have a. I gotta have one here somewhere, right? Yeah, gotta have a banner with the number. There we go. All right. So that's the number, 347-305-7280. That's the call-in number. But don't call in just yet. I'm not going to pick up yet. I'll let you. Damn it. You're so quick. Actually, you know what? I'll well, thanks for hanging up. I was going to pick up and put you on hold. There's no big deal. It's all right. But let me play this while I get ready. And now it's time for Juicy Tidbits.
Process of not calling a timeout or not getting them back in the game as that lead kind of went up. Tom, when you had Jalen and Josh there on the scores table waiting to check it, get in, what was the thought process of not calling a timeout or not getting them back in the game as that lead kind of went up?
Just where we were with our timeouts. Coach's decision.
Your overall thoughts on the officiating today?
It is what it is.
Coach, how hard is it for players to adjust when the game is just called differently, right? From the first couple of games, it was very physical, both sides. This one, it seemed like they were calling touch fouls versus before. What's it like for a player to adjust? What's the message to them to adjust?
You got to adjust the way they call it.
Steph was referencing, you were, I think, one foul away from the bonus. Is that why you chose not to foul there, too, to stop the clock, to get those guys in?
Just coach's decision.
Tom, just more specifically on that, like when you have one timeout in that situation, you obviously don't want to go into the close part of the game at the end of the game with no timeouts. What are you weighing there in order to try to get guys in? Like, is there a marker that you're waiting for in
Well,
time?
you're looking time, score, penalty, timeouts, all of the above. What's happening in the game? You feel like the next possession, we'll put it away. Like, there's a lot that goes into it.
Tom, you talked before the game about the focus on tonight, but again, a 10-point deficit in the second half. You see the same sort of things third quarter.
Yeah, we got to play for 48 minutes.
Just what was Josh Hart dealing with when he briefly left?
I haven't talked to medical. He had to go out. Jalen had to go out. Ochi had to go out.
Going back to Detroit, Coach, what message do you send to the guys?
The challenge is to reset. Every game's different, and take a look at the film, see what we could do better, and be ready to go next game.
Tom, the crunch time in the fourth quarter. I know you talked a couple games ago about wanting to kind of get into the offense quicker. It seemed like you guys were getting into your sets a little bit late in the fourth. Was that something that you felt like was a problem, or did you think?
Well, yeah, we had some guys that were out, so that's the challenge. We didn't know when they were coming back, if they were coming back, so that's part of it. So you got different combinations out there.
Coach, can you talk about what Mitch gave you guys tonight?
Yeah, I thought he gave us good lift, good energy. The rebounding was good enough. Defense was good enough. Our turnovers hurt us, so we got to clean that up.
All right. Well, there you go. That is Juicy Tidbits, Mr. Tom Thibodeau with his post game after last night's loss. Controversial stuff as far as timeout and why it wasn't called, and also different things that took place in the game. I gotta say that's I mean, Tibbs always looks like he's upset, but that was the maddest I've seen Tibbs in a post game in quite some time. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I hope it's a good thing. But yeah, there's some issues there that need to be cleaned up. And once again, I'm on my little tangent. I'm on my rant tonight. But guys, I am not saying, because I'm a realist, Tibbs is here. I'm not saying that I want him out. I want him to do the right thing. I want him to coach the right way. I want him to be better at his job, because he's not going anywhere unless Detroit knocks us out. If Detroit upsets us, then Tibbs got to go. 100%. Everybody. I'm not one of those people, but if people get on, a little thing together and like, we're gonna be outside the Garden on this day, saying Tibbs I might be out there with y'all. I'm just saying that's how bad it is. All right. Well, caller, you are on live with SKF. What's going on? Your name and where you calling from?
Would that be me?
Oh, it is you. What up, Jay?
Jay Chosen calling from outer space, man. Oh my God. Yo, I am calling from New York City. Yo, brother, I feel your pain. I feel the rant. You are saying what I feel. I just want everybody to know this is my true belief. We can lose to Detroit. Tibbs is not going nowhere. Tibbs is here. He's signed here. He's not going nowhere. For him to not call that timeout is egregious. It's egregious. Did you not see them staring at him? Like, what are you doing? Put us in. Like, all right, look. Yes, it's bad luck that they go down same time. It almost felt staged, like both of them same time. And that wasn't Mitchell playing. That was Cletus Mitchell playing last night. Because I've never seen Mitchell play that good in years, man. He was out of control. I know I'm like kind of sounding like I'm everywhere, but I am everywhere right now. And you hype me the heck up, right? I'm not even joking. So we're playing a team, right? And we have control of the team. In that very first game, like you said, right? And Then like they start pulling these moves, like to like hold our jersey, the bumping us, all that stuff, and I really think they threw us off our game. Now, is that the job of the player to reset? Yes. Is that the job for the coach to draw up some game plans and to reset them? Yes. But why isn't people like, where's Precious at? Precious had 18 and 10, right? The last game versus Detroit. Don't we need more rebounds? Don't we need some enforcer type people in there? The same type of people that are hitting us and banging into us. So, like, I'm sorry. It's supposed to be a conversation, but I understand that our bench is kind of trash or supposedly trash, or are we good when the other guys are out, or what is it? Well, these guys are obviously hurt. They're obviously tired. We had Delon Wright, plays good defense, good size. Why can't he go in there? Where's the timeout called? I mean, I'm screaming at my TV, and my back is too bad for me to be jumping up, yes, and then Hart loses it. No, and hitting the couch again. This is making me mad as I know how you feel at the cursing, and I am really proud of myself.
Good for you, brother. I know it definitely. This is this is forcing Knicks fans to feel a certain way. I just want us to understand that regardless of what has taken place, Jay Chosen loves to say this: two things can be true, right? And so,
that's right.
In
two
this
things
case,
can be true at the same time.
In this case, the two things that are true is that Detroit may be a lot better at defense than we give them credit for. We look at the stats and look at the numbers, and Detroit has been good, but they're not like at the top. But maybe Detroit, especially their playoff defense, I don't know if what it ranks, but if I take a look at playoff defense, I think Detroit's probably top 5. With the
I would agree.
Yeah,
I would agree with
the way
that.
their defense is. So their defense is a lot better than we give them credit for. They know how to play that physical brand, but it's not just physical. They're active. These guys are active on defense. They're in people's faces, and they're slapping at the ball. They're swiping at it. They're getting it out of your hands. When you go up for a rebound, when you think you're going to go up and under, they're right there to meet you at the other side of the rim. Like, Detroit is playing good defensively. Let's not take nothing away from them. The flip side of it is, overall, the Knicks have been playing poorly in this series. Outside of game 1, the Knicks have not been playing well. And it look no further than what we already talked about with the free throws and other just mental things that should not be an issue. So I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. This is all crazy to me, Jay. It's all crazy.
Yeah, I know, Ron. I totally agree with you. And you know what? I know that, how you feel about the timing and all that. And I want other people to get on. So I'm going to try to wrap it up and so others could go on. So give me like 22 more minutes. All right. So here's the deal. I'm messing with you. You're right. 2 or 3 things could be right at the same time. It doesn't really, and I think that what you said is very accurate, right? But I really haven't been one of those Tibbs, haters all year. Everybody's been like, the only people that I really have an issue with are Brunson haters. Like, the fact that Tibbs definitely messed up, and yes, he sounded angry at that press conference. But if that's how his anger sounds, then he needs to take a power drink or something, because he's not coaching. He's not really doing anything. They're doing that. He's talking to the refs. I'm gonna tell you something else. The refs were finally calling fouls yesterday. For the first time in a long time, Knicks were getting fouls. We can't hit simple free throws. Mitch was playing out of control good. Like, he was hyped. It's not Tibbs' fault that Jalen and Cat went 1 for 10 early on. It's not his fault. But it is his fault that he didn't put them back in. And you are 100% right, my brother. We are not playing Knicks basketball. If I am correct, we ended the year in the top 5 or definitely top 10, but maybe top 5 in offense, right? So weren't we in that area? Maybe
yeah,
6?
I think we were 5 or 6. Yeah, I think we were
Okay,
5
so
or
if
6.
we were 5, go ahead. Sorry, brother.
No, that's all I was going to say.
Okay, so if we were top 5 or 6, how you're right. Then their defense has to be top 3 in the playoffs right now, because we were good for $1.18 a game, no problem. $1.15 a game, no problem. We were holding other teams, to like 104, 114, 114, but we were getting 128 when they got 114. Now we're winning by 1, and that 1 is like 100 to 99. Nah, there's something wrong here. And I'm going to tell you, I think that with no bench, no real bench, and then if we have a bench, we don't know because the coach won't play them. So if the coach don't play the bench, or the bench stinks, and Deuce doesn't deserve a nickname, he's just Miles. So if Miles is not going to be playing right, this is not the team that's going anywhere. And if we get out of this round, we're going to be embarrassed by the next team. So we better get our stuff together, get it right, buy some new shoes, and get going. All right? And that, because there ain't no sunshine when they're gone, Bill Withers. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no sunshine. So
I feel you on that.
I'm gonna on that note, I'm gonna say peace, my brother. It's always good talking to you.
Same here, my bro. Good chat, good call, man. Appreciate you, bro. Hopefully tomorrow's a better day.
Always, man. Blessings to you and the family. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, you as well, brother.
Thank you, brother.
All right. Yeah, man. So I mean, that's it is what it is. All right. Caller, you are on live. SKF. Your name and where you calling from?
Ron, what's good, brother? It's JJ from Brooklyn.
Hey, what up, JJ?
What's
What's
good,
happening,
man?
bro?
What up, Ron? What's good, brother?
Yeah.
All right, so
talk to me,
I just
man.
got to vent for like a quick minute, man.
Yeah, brother.
So my first issue, to me, when the game started, I was like, I'm gonna find out in these first 5 or 6 minutes if this team has that killer instinct tonight. Like, do we want to end this? And I saw it from jump. I said, no, they don't have it. They don't have that killer instinct. I said, this is going to be another one of those games that it's been throughout the series, a grinding type of battle. And that's what it was. Like, just super disappointing, especially our 2 stars, combined 9 for 30. That can't happen it's an elimination game for Detroit. Like, it's not on Tibbs. That's on our 2 star players. I got to be fair. They didn't show up. I mean, Cat, great offensive player. He's got Tobias Harris on him, and it's like you would think he should have that advantage over Tobias Harris, but for whatever reason, whether they're not giving him the ball where he needs it or not giving it to him enough, he's not doing what he should be doing versus Tobias Harris. He's just not. You got the size advantage, you got the strength advantage, you got the height advantage. So, like, what's the issue? Like what's the issue?
Yeah. I was just I don't want to cut you off. I was just looking at I'm trying to find some defensive stuff here, but I was just looking at some of the team stats. Right now, the Knicks are currently ranked 9th in free throw shooting in the playoffs out of the 16 teams. But the one thing, the reason why I brought this up is this disgusting. I can't even believe this is a Knicks team. Like, this is our Knicks, not the Knicks I'm used to. The Knicks, out of 16 teams, are 14th in rebounding. They're actually tied for second to last place in rebounding in the playoffs. Like, what the hell is happening here?
There's not many rebounders in the starting lineup. Like, I've said this all season. You don't get rebounding from Bridges and OG. They don't rebound.
It's terrible.
It's a problem. Like, it really is. It's a problem. You're lucky if you get 8 or 9 combined rebounds from those guys a game.
Yeah.
Bridges is usually scared of the ball. for on a rebound. And then listen, Mitch was great, but it's like the whole give and take thing. Like, how do I explain without people getting on me? Nick Yak, shout out to Nick Yak. He hates when I get on Mitch. I'm not trying to get on him. I thought he did some things that were amazing out there. Amazing. He was a beast on the glass, a beast.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the give and take, the hack a Shaq, whatever, hack a Mitch, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were fouling him. He was breaking short, the no arc free throws, straight line free throws. You know, they're passing to him every play like he's Jokic, like he's going to go do something with the ball, which he doesn't have that capability. He hasn't shown that his whole career that he could score the ball. We're throwing in these bounce. If it's not the perfect pass, he's not going to catch it, like point blank. He doesn't have hands. You can't throw him passes in traffic. You can't throw him a rifle pass. And it's not all on Mitch. That's got to be on the players as well. Like, you have to know this. Remember Nerlens Noel?
Mm-hmm.
That's Mitch with the hands. That's Mitchell Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you remember the kid from the Little Giants movie
Yeah.
that put the sticky stuff on his hands so he could catch the football? Like,
Yeah.
Mitch. Watch that movie. You know, man, maybe you could use that, you know.
A little stick 'em.
Yeah, a little stick 'em, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, just a little bit so nobody notices, you know?
Yeah.
But, you know, it's just, like, Ron, if I asked you right now, what is this team's identity? Do you have an answer? Because I don't.
No, right now I don't know what right now I really don't know what their identity is. It's very confusing.
Exactly.
Very confusing.
Thank you. Exactly. That's what I expected, because I don't have an answer either. Because there is none.
Yeah.
You know what their identity is? If Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns score 40, we win. And that's not an identity. That's just winning because of skill. There's zero identity. Zero. Last year, everybody knew what our identity was. Do we know what Detroit's identity is? Yes. Do we know what the Cavs' identity is? Yes. Do we know what Thunder's? You know, this team, no, zero identity. I don't see chemistry. I don't see an identity. And listen, a lot of people got on me because I said we should fall to the fourth seed intentionally. I stick by that, and I kept saying it because I meant it. I knew this was going to be a hard matchup. I just knew it was. And the Bucks, we would have smoked that team. That was terrible. We would have beat that team, and we would have swept them 4 or 5 at minimum. That was the matchup, point blank. It just was. I know people are saying, "Oh, that's the raw mentality." So be it. You know, it's proven that. You know, I mean, listen, it is. I mean, a lot of the proof is already there. You know, I mean, we would have got the Cavs instead of Boston. This is why I wanted the 4th seed. I wanted to lose games at the end of the year so we could be the 4th seed.
No, I hear you.
I didn't like this matchup. I never liked this matchup at all.
I hear you. And so I was able to find what I was looking for. I'm just going to put it up on the screen right now. I'll tell you real quick. So,
Sure.
Yeah. So, as I thought, playoff defense, the Detroit Pistons are 5th in the playoffs, defensive rating of 109.2. Now, check this out. The Knicks are 4th with a defensive rating of 109.1. But I ask you right now, which one is more impressive? The 109.1 from the Knicks against the Detroit Pistons, who have Cade Cunningham and a bunch of role players, or the 109.2 against the Knicks starting lineup of Anunoby, Brunson, Cat, freaking Macau. You know what I mean? Like, the Detroit's defense, they're getting busy.
Oh yeah. No doubt, man. You know what's crazy? Like, Thompson outscored Jalen Brunson and Towns last night. Thompson, just off cuts, wide open. Every play was the same play. Did you realize that with Thompson?
Yeah.
All those plays were the same play. Kick, swing. They don't rotate. Thompson's wide open for a dunk. He can't score, but anyone's going to score if they get an open dunk all game. So, and listen, Mikal Bridges, is it me, or does this guy, whenever I feel like, maybe it's just me, but I feel like whenever he's wide open, he misses. But when a guy's contesting right in his grill, he makes the shot.
That's what I was saying. I was just saying that earlier. It doesn't make
Oh, were
sense.
you? My bad.
No, but because it's true. It doesn't make any
My
sense,
bad.
bro. It does not
Right?
make any sense.
My bad. I didn't catch that. Right? It doesn't make any sense. It's crazy. He hits these crazy shots, these corner threes, guys all over him. But when no one's within 10 feet of him, brick. I don't know. They do say sometimes those are the hard shots, the one where there's nobody near you for whatever reason. They do say that. So, but yeah, it's just when someone's in his space, I feel like, all right, good, he's gonna hit this. But when there's no one near him, clank. You know. And we better win tomorrow, man, because Detroit. You think that team is gonna have an ounce of fear coming into the Garden for a Game 7?
Well,
when they beat us, 4 out of 5?
No,
or 5 out of 6?
no. If they come into Game 7 after
Zero. They're winning
being
Game
down
7,
3-1, oh, forget about it. They're gonna have all types of confidence.
The Garden's not gonna be loud. They're gonna be all nervous.
Yeah, everybody's gonna be shook.
Just right. The crowd. Yeah, it's not gonna be a good atmosphere. Yeah, we have to end this tomorrow because that team's gonna come in with. If they win tomorrow, they're gonna have all the confidence in the world. They're gonna win at the Garden.
I'm with you 100%. They got to take care of business. It's got to happen. And honestly, I'm saying all this, guys, but I do feel like it's going to happen. I feel like the Knicks are going to take care of business tomorrow. But I'm still not happy with the product. I'm still not happy with what I've been seeing. So,
you know what I feel like? Like it's going to be like almost like, the movies, like the slow clap. I feel like that's what I'm going to do if we win. Like a close one, like, yay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to be like, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, I mean, listen, give Detroit credit, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, give that team a lot of credit because they deserve it. You know what I'm saying? They do. There's some grown men out there, man. They play hard. They're kind of like us from last year in a way.
Yeah.
They're one star, good role players, couple shooters, some gritty players. It's a little similar,
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
So yeah, man. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Let's just get this win tomorrow. And it just sucks that Boston's already resting and we're in the Game 6. Hopefully not in the Game 7. So if we win tomorrow, we'll still have like 3 or 4 days of rest. And if we could go to a Game 7, I believe we'll only have like 1 day of rest before Boston. So if we don't win tomorrow, forget it.
Yeah. I hear you, brother.
Hey,
all
right, brother. Thanks so much, Ron. Appreciate you.
Thank you, JJ. Appreciate the call, my brother. I hope tomorrow we'll be able to celebrate, at least be happy, like we're getting to the second round again, and hopefully, I mean, honestly, look, I say all this now. I'm not happy with what we've been seeing. I'm not happy the way they've been playing, but I can't take away the fact that maybe Detroit is so destructive and disruptive on defense that it's really taking the Knicks out of their game. Maybe playing a different team, I don't care who it is, will allow them to just open up a little bit and get back to Knick basketball. We'll see.
Right.
All right, brother. Have a great night, man.
All right, man. Thanks so much, Ron. I appreciate you,
All right. Take care,
Have
bro.
a good
Thanks
one,
for the
man.
call.
You too, bro.
Later,
Peace,
bro. All right. Yeah, man. Just one of them things, guys. One of them things. Shout out to Hector Gaston in the building. Salute to you, my brother. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. He says, salute. Tibbs' track record is proven right. He is wearing down his players and injuring them. Tibbs be tibbing. I mean, listen, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's happening now. I don't know, bro. I just know that they have not been playing the way they need to play in order to get stuff done. They're not playing like a team that is a championship contender that has one of the biggest payrolls in basketball right up under the second apron. We're not looking like a big market team the way we're playing versus Detroit. Like I said, once again, maybe we all got to take a step back after this season and look at Detroit and say, man, they are much better than we thought. But for right now, this is what I'm saying. Yeah, it's crazy. No, you good, brother. You good. I mean, I know what you were saying. You all right, bro. Don't you worry about it. Yeah, man. So you know what? What time is it? It's kind of late, 11:30 already. Wow. Okay. All right. So let me wrap this up so I can get up out of here. Like I said, I normally don't jump on a Wednesday. I don't want to be stepping on nobody's toes. I don't, some people care about that. I don't care about that. I'm just here to do a little impromptu show just to talk about the Knicks a little bit because I feel like there's been something going on that I just wanted to get out. Like Know the Ledge on Saturdays is good therapy for people. I'm here to help y'all so you're not jumping out the window. The same thing with me. Sometimes I need the therapy session too. I need to let this stuff out. This stuff has been bubbling. So yeah, man. Appreciate everybody. Shout out to all y'all in the chat. Thank you for being here. Please smash that like button if you haven't already done so. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Appreciate the love. And I just think that we're gonna be okay tomorrow. But I know the Knicks need to clean it up. Okay, we need to clean it up for tomorrow first off, and then we need to clean it up for the Boston series because they cannot play anywhere near how they played in 4 of these 5 games against Boston. They will get smoked. It'll be embarrassing, and we don't want to see that as Knicks fans. Listen, I'd rather lose to Boston in tough games, right? Nail biters, close ones, rather than blowout situations. So yeah. Shout out to Uncle Freezy in the building. What up, Lawrence Tears in the building? Salute my brother from another. Appreciate you. He said, clean what up? Clean what up? I mean, you should have been here earlier, Freezy. Clean up, shooting 59% from the free throw line last night. Clean up shooting 60 something percent from the free throw line 2 games ago. Clean shooting 70 something percent from the free throw line in another game in this series. Clean up shooting 22% from 3 in one game. Clean up shooting 28% from 3 in another game. Clean up only averaging around 19 to 18 assists per game in these playoffs. The only game that they can, consistently showed their normal Knick offense was the first game where they had 26 assists. And that was the best they've looked. We haven't looked as good since. That's what I'm talking about. We just got to clean up the way we've been playing and get back to Knick style of basketball. Get out of playing Detroit style and this pace that Detroit's got the Knicks playing and get back to that first game of the series. It's not easy because Detroit is already locked in, but the Knicks have to figure out a way to kind of tilt the scale a little bit to get us back to playing the way we played, closer to what we saw in game 1. If the Knicks can play anywhere near what they did in game 1, tomorrow we win, no questions asked. If we would have did that in yesterday's game, we would have won, no questions asked. They've been playing terrible basketball as a unit, as a team, as a conglomerate, as a staff. Oh man. Anyway, E. Gibson, you can't do that, bro. I just told you, we can't do that. We can't say this is Detroit anymore. We can't do it. Detroit tripled their win percentage from last year. Detroit is playing under Bernie Bickerstaff. I mean, whatever his name is, Bickerstaff, Bernie, I don't know his name, whatever. The younger Bickerstaff. They're playing under this guy. They believe in him. And I already showed you the numbers. They are 5th in playoff defense, right? Was it 5th or 6th? Hold on. I damn near forgot already. You know how my memory be. Memory's trash. Yeah, they're 5th in playoff defense. There's 16 teams in the playoffs, and right now they're the 5th best defense in the playoffs. Behind the Knicks, behind Boston, behind Cleveland, and behind Oklahoma City. That's great company, guys. And if anything, the fact that the Knicks are 109.1 and they're 109.2 tells me that Detroit has a better defense right now than the Knicks do. They should be 4th. They're just not because of percentage points. But the Knicks have to stop Cade Cunningham, right? And a host of, Beasleys and Tim Hardaway Jr.'s. Detroit has to stop Brunson, Cat, Anunoby, Hart, Bridges. It's a difference. So, yeah, I give Detroit a lot more credit. They should be 4th. They're the 4th best defense in my eyes. Terrible. It's terrible, but it is what it is. Oh man. Anyway, I like I said, I appreciate you guys. And I thank you guys for being here and listening to me ranting earlier and just understanding that what's been going on hasn't been that great. It's been very questionable. So thank you again. Appreciate all y'all. Shout out to Randu in the building. What up, Randu? Member of the SKF Army. Salute to you, my brother. He said the Knicks is going against a team that is feeling no pressure. Detroit has won more games this season than they did the last 2 seasons. That's a fact. Yeah, man. And shout out to my guy Keyshawn in the building. What up, Keyshawn? Appreciate you, my guy. So I'm assuming, because I know Freezy likes to go on around this time, I'm assuming Freezy's probably going to do a little late night action starting soon or probably around now. So I'm going to send y'all over there to check out Freezy and his show. I'm sure he's been doing it every night. So I'm just assuming he's doing something tonight too. So please go check out Blorence Tears and show him some love and support as always. I appreciate all you guys out there. Have a great rest of your evening. As I always say, tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend. Still Knicks fans will be back again, usually on Saturdays at 11:30 for Know the Ledge, Mondays at 9 o'clock for SKF Weekly. You know how we do, man. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here for this little impromptu show tonight. Just wanted to get some words out, like I said, because I had a lot on my mind. Shout out to Wolverine 1986 in the building. Salute to you. He says Brunson is a king, no slander. He played hurt like a warrior. Our coach is a buffoon. I hear you. I hear what you're saying. It is what it is, man. It's all right. Jay says, Ron, thanks for the chat. Peace to you. We will win the series. I agree with you, brother. I agree. So yeah, man, let's get it done, man. Let's get it going. Hey, remember what I said, and I always say, because it reigns true. It doesn't change. The good, the bad, the ups, the downs, no matter what, we are still Knicks fans through all of this, man. I'm not happy with certain things, but I'm here. I'm rocking. This is my team. I want to see them do some stuff. I don't care. I'm rocking with them till the wheels fall off. So let's get it tomorrow. Let's wrap this up in Detroit, smack them on their floor, which makes me feel even better. I actually prefer beating them on their floor. So let's get it done over there so we can hopefully get a little rest before the Boston series. So shout out to everybody once again. Take care of yourselves. Peace. One yourself. Be good. And you know what I always say, if you can't be good at it. Yeah. I'm out of here, y'all. Let's look at the robot as we get out of here. Peace.
Freedom over fame. Freedom over cycle stays the same.